Hi, I'm Dr. Angela McBrady of drflute.com, and today's flute tip is on playing your third octave notes on the piccolo. When we play the piccolo, generally it's so that we can play high notes. Let's face it, we all like playing that third octave. It's very fun to play high, but they are inherently difficult to play and to play properly. Now, one of the biggest problems with playing up there in that third octave is getting a buzz with your lips when you're playing up there. When that happens, it's always because your lips are too close together and you're too tight. And so when you're working up in that upper register, you want to work slowly up there. If you're picking up the piccolo for the first time, start with etudes and playing really low, build that embouchure, and then slowly add a note, add a note, add a note. So only pick the etudes that are lower, and then add an etude that might add a couple notes above the staff, and then you can keep growing from there. The key to getting your third octave notes without pinching here is to push a lot from your support. You have to have a lot of support to play in that third octave, and that means tightening those muscles, pressing out on that rib cage, and pushing up when you play your high notes, because then you allow this embouchure to stay nice and loose and as open as you can be to still get those notes to come out. If I'm as loose as I would be in the low register, of course I'm not going to get anything. So we do have to firm it up, but I like to say firm, a little bit firm, not tighten it up, because tightening is negative. Firming means support. You're supporting it up there. So as you are approaching your high notes and playing, whether you're playing orchestra music, you're playing band music, or you're just playing for fun, you're thinking about your high notes being pushed up there by your support, by your ear pressure, not because you're tightening up here. Loosen up here. I've rarely come across a student that's come to me who isn't too tight up there in that third octave. So I would say err on the side of being too loose, and if you can't get anything out, then firm it up a little bit. But you want to be quite loose and quite open in that third octave. Then the other thing is just make sure your lip plate is in the right spot. And how do you know it's the right spot? Experiment. If you are still, you feel like you're loose and you're pushing from your embouchure or your air pressure, your support, and you feel like there's still something not quite right up there, well then experiment with the angle on this lip plate. If I'm cracking and trying to get these notes and they crack too much, I'm probably going to lower my air stream too and blow that air down a little bit. Of course, it's going to help with my intonation as well. All right, so working on your third octave notes on the piccolo, it's all about air support. Keep your pressure high, loosen your embouchure, have space between your lips, and angle of your airstream. Have fun working on your third octave high notes on the piccolo. That's today's flute tip. If you like today's flute tip, press the like button, comment below, share it with your friends, and subscribe.